Common sense approach, signs and symbols. Today, I present to you the original Pepsi Cola logo. Now, from 1893 to 1898, the original name of the formula was called Brad's Drink. But in 1898, what is now known as Pepsi Cola forced Brad to sell the formula and the business. And that's what they do. They have always done that throughout history in this country. People come up with different inventions and stuff, and they force them to sell it, or they just miraculously come up missing or dead. But back to the Pepsi Cola logo. Let's get into it. Now, remember what I said. It's going to get tricky. Your enemy is very deceitful in their ways. You start right here at the A. They bring you a 6. 6 is swirled right there. Coming off that A. That's your 1-6. You come up to the top right here. You get another 6. Then from there, you loop straight in to another 6. And you get your 6, 6, 6. Now, sometimes you have to go back to the original logos of these companies, because when they see certain people start catching on to what's going on, they change it. They change it right before your eyes. And sometimes we don't realize it till it's, and we just adapt to what's new, like the Taco Bell logo, So a lot of you might say, hey, common sense approach, that's a C. That's not a 6. Okay, we can see how you got the 6 coming off the A. We can see how you got the 6 up here. But that's not a 6. That's a C. Well, I'm gonna ask you, does it really look like a C or a 6? I want you to go off your natural senses, natural born senses. Okay? Does that look like a C or a 6? If you were to take away all the other letters up there and only left this, and somebody would approach you with just showing this image of this, whether it's either a 6 or a C, or if you was even to take this to a child, eliminate all the other letters and just this, and ask them what they think this is, how many of us think they'll say a 6 or a C? And that's one of the things I always have spoken on when it comes to cursive writing, the dangers of cursive writing. It can be used in a deceitful way. Listen to the name, cursive writing. It allows them to put their little, pay homage and put their little marks in there, satanic marks in there, without people really paying attention to it. Because you see this off top, you thinking Pepsi Cola's got to be a C. But it's not. You need to pay attention to how it is. Does that look like a C? Honestly. Would a child tell you that that's a C or a 6? And so that's what they do. These people are real deceitful in their ways. If you didn't know, they just closed down a plant in Chicago. The employees went home one day, and when they came back the very next day, they told them to grab a bag and grab all their belongings, because they was closing the place, or they was letting them go, either or. No warning, not even 24 hours. Right before basically the holiday, or going into the holidays. So these companies and corporations don't care about you. So they don't mind deceiving you. They don't mind deceiving you. Well, you say common sense approach. We might can see it. We might can see that, that's a 6 and that's a 6. And we'll even give you that. But can you give us more? What else? Well, sometimes labels are not only the signs that you need to look for. Okay? It can also be groups and members and organizations. For instance, Pepsi and Coca-Cola both have members that have high ownership and stock in both companies. For instance, a couple of the names or groups or families: Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street Global Advisors, State Street Corporation, Mutual Funds, Fidelity Management Resource Corporation, LLC, Morgan Stanley, and JP Morgan Chase. Now, BlackRock and a few more of these names of corporations or families. I basically call them families, bloodlines. Multiple of them have a lot of stock and ownership in Pepsi and Coca-Cola, which means it's an illusion of options. The same people own both. Okay? It's just like the signs and symbols. You got to follow. You got to follow the names as well in the corporations. For instance, let me give you another illusion of options. BlackRock owns and have ownership in Advance Auto, O'Reilly, and AutoZone. Advance Auto, O'Reilly, and AutoZone. Which means no matter what point on that triangle you go to, the money still go to BlackRock. Do you understand that? It's the illusion of options. The same thing when I tell you that the Democrats and the Republicans are two wings on the same bird. Other companies that they got ownership in, Apple and Microsoft. So again, another illusion of options. They got ownership in Google. Okay, Colgate and Crest, both toothpastes. You can find either Vanguard, State Street Global. You can find mutual funds. You can find Fidelity Management, Morgan Stanley, or J.P. Morgan. And I seen the Bank of America. So, they have ownership in Target. And some of the clothing companies, gym shoe companies. It's an illusion of options, American people. So when I tell you that the enemy that you are facing, whether you believe you are facing them or not, because they damn sure facing you. Okay? They don't care how they deceive you. Eat the fish and spit out the bones. This common sense approach. I'm out.